Do you ever wonder if you have what it takes to achieve your goals? Is it talent, or is it luck, or is it something else? Today, we're going to find the answer to this question and learn how consistency and commitment can help you conquer not just any challenge, but even Mount Everest. Join us as we explore the incredible story of two men who did exactly that. In the huge, wide world we all call home, there's one spot that stands out from all the rest. It's a super tall mountain that reaches up to touch the sky, a real giant of nature. This isn't just a regular story. It's the story of two guys who couldn't be more different from each other, sharing one big dream. They wanted to go to the highest place on Earth, a place called Mount Everest. It's the ultimate challenge, a dare from nature itself. And out of everyone who heard its silent challenge, two men from two very different parts of the world, it was about coming together, despite being from different places, to face the biggest test the Earth could throw at them. Our story starts with two brave guys. Edmund, a beekeeper who lived in the beautiful green hills of New Zealand. Then there's Tenzing, a Sherpa born into the rugged lap of the Himalayas, who grew up in the tough, rocky mountains. Even though they were from really different places far away from each other, they both had the amazing never-give-up attitude. They wanted to climb to the very top of Mount Everest. They both believed in pushing hard and never giving up, no matter what. To be the first to conquer Everest, a challenge no one had ever beaten before. There's something more important. It's about consistency and commitment. Practicing every day, learning everything you can, and slowly getting better step by step. Doing what you need to do regularly to get where you want to be. And then there's commitment. This means making a promise to yourself that you're going to keep trying no matter what happens. This is what Edmund and Tenzing had. They kept going, kept getting better, and never let go of their dream to stand on top of Everest. And that's why they made it. For Edmund, his adventure started with the mountains of New Zealand. Every time he climbed a mountain, it wasn't just about using his muscles and getting to the top. It was like he was taking a step closer to his big dream. He knew that each climb, each time he felt like giving up but didn't, was preparing him for something even bigger. It's like when you start learning something new, like riding a bike. At first, it's hard, and you might fall a lot. But you keep getting back on because you know each try gets you closer to riding without falling. So for Edmund, climbing wasn't just about reaching the top of a mountain. It was a promise he made to himself to keep going, no matter how hard it got. It was about building his strength, not just in his legs and arms, but in his heart and mind too, was a part of his journey to achieving his dream. Even when he was just a kid, he started to understand the mountains like they were old friends. He could tell what the weather was going to be like, or when it was safe to climb just by looking at the sky and feeling the wind. All these lessons from the mountains were getting him ready for the biggest challenge of his life. And just like Edmund, every step he took, every mountain he climbed, was a step closer to his dream of reaching the top of the world. The mountain was tough, not caring who tried to climb it, taking away both lives and the hopes of those who dared to dream big. The mountain tested them, again and again, each time asking, do you have the heart, the commitment? They believed that with patience, hard work, and a lot of courage, they could do what no one else had done before. On May 29, 1953, something incredible happened. With every step they took and every breath they drew in the thin air, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay were about to do something unforgettable. They were climbing higher and higher, getting closer to the sky than anyone had before. Finally, they did it. They reached the top of Everest. Standing there, on the highest point on Earth, it wasn't just about beating a big, tall mountain. It was way more special than that. It was like a victory for every person who ever had a big dream. Picture yourself standing in a place where no one else has ever been, looking down at the whole world spread out below you. There are no lines dividing countries, no walls separating places. Everything is just part of one big, beautiful world. That's what it was like for Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay when they stood on top of Everest. They showed that no matter how big your dream might seem, or how unreachable the goal looks, it's possible to get there. No mountain is too tall to climb, no challenge too tough to overcome. What's your Everest? What challenge calls to you, whispers in your ear in the quiet moments? Remember, it's not about the mountain outside, but the summit within. It's about taking that first step, and then another, and never stopping until you've reached your peak. Here are a few tips to help you maintain your momentum and commitment, no matter what challenges you face. Tip number 1, set clear goals. Just as reaching the summit of Everest was the clear goal for Hillary and Norgay, Define what success looks like for you. Tip number 2, break it down. Big goals are daunting. Break them into smaller, manageable tasks, much like climbers tackle Everest one camp at a time. Tip number 3, regular reflection. Regularly assess your progress. This can keep your goal in focus and allow you to adjust your approach as needed. Tip number 4, find your motivation. Remind yourself why you're pursuing this goal. A personal why can keep you moving forward through tough times. Tip number 5, build a routine. Consistency is easier with a routine. Determine the best times for you to work towards your goal and stick to them. Tip number 6, celebrate small wins. Every step forward is progress. Celebrate the small victories to keep your spirits high. Do these tips look too much to remember? Okay, let's just make a small recap. Set clear goals to know what you're aiming for. Break big goals into smaller tasks, and regularly check your progress. Keep your motivation in mind, establish a routine for consistency, and celebrate every small win. I'm sure if you follow these tips, there's nothing that can stop you from achieving your goals. Thank you for coming along with us on this incredible journey. If you find yourself at the foot of your own Everest, let it be a reminder to you that, yes, you do have what it takes. Just like them, you can face your mountain. And hey, if you've been inspired by this story, why not spread the inspiration? Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more stories like this, and share this video with your friends. Together, let's keep the spirit of adventure and the belief in achieving the impossible alive. Start climbing today.